flogging, real bug flogging, bug flogging, bug flogging. Hello, here's Bug Vlog episode 2. Just like to start this off with, I got a couple comments this week saying that it needs to be a little more informational. So I tried to really stick it to that motto. So first we're going to start off with the Dragonfly. One of the big misconceptions about dragonflies is that they predominate over all of their kind, but then there's actually damselflies that a lot of people don't know about, and damselflies, you can tell the difference between damselflies because they're usually slim, and their forewings and hind wings are narrow at the base and have similar shapes. And then also when they're at rest, the damselflies will have their wings like along their back like this, whereas dragonflies they'll have them like out and down. And the dragonflies they'll have their forewings, which are these guys right here, and their hind wings. They'll be like the same shape and size and things, whereas damselflies, the hind wings will be a little bit smaller. Um, what's the biggest dragonfly and damselfly? Okay, so you have the Megalopriscorlitus damselfly, and that guy is in Central America with a wingspan up to 19 centimeters, which for you guys in the States, that's 7.4 inches, and it looks like this. So this one's dead, but if it were alive right now, it would have its wings back like this because it's the damselfly. Also, what you need to know about damselflies is they can beat their wings up to 30 times per second, which is like what 1,800 times a minute. So yeah, it gets going. How strong in their eyes? Strong enough to lift cars. And then they don't bite and they don't sting, and they migrate to New Jersey. And speaking of New Jersey, the Japanese beetle is in the urban landscape. And fun fact, this is by this was by the Dragonfly website, which apparently they're like the vast authority on dragonflies because there's no other scholarly papers or really anything on dragonflies right now that I could find super easy. So you should donate to them. They're really putting forth a good cause. Um, so yeah, Japanese beetles. Learn that these guys are bad to the bone. This is by M.F. Potter. Japanese beetles are probably the most devastating pest of urban landscape plants in the eastern United States. Yeah, these guys are hardcore. The first found in this country in 1916 after being accidentally introduced to New Jersey. What a place to be. Um, and they find the U.S. pretty nice. It's a good vacay place. These kind of more like a staycay, am I right? And they first landed on the outskirts of Louisville in 1937, which is like around here probably. This is courtesy of the National Weather Service, by the way. Um, yeah, so here's some guys like chomping down, going to town. This is what a normal Sunday looks like. So don't even get started in the work week. And description and habits. The adult Japanese beetles are about 7/16 inch long, which is, for you Brits, that's 25.4 centimeters. I mean millimeters. So, give or take like a 2.5 millimeters. I mean centimeters or so. And they only live about 30 to 40 days, so they gotta do it quick. They really go in there. They eat over 300 species of plants. And their life cycle. So this is kind of interesting. They spend 10 months in the ground as white grubs, but then they only spend 30 to 45 days on the air. Like, you got a lot to do in that time. Oh yeah, and so what they like to do is they like to eat the little like parts in the center and not the veins. So it look like lace. It also looks like completely decimated, and they leave their path of horror. Um, You can also find on this website how many different beetles there are in the United States, and a good list. There's about 25, and these are the plants they eat. Here are also their common names of those plants. So it's a good one. Chemical control, all this jazz. Also, caution: pesticides recommendations as publications registered to use in Kentucky, USA only. So, yeah, hard to kill elsewhere besides Kentucky, and this was sourced from the University of Kentucky College of Agriculture and Food Environment. Um, yeah. Okay, so next we have mealworms. Mealworms are fun. They're like regular worms, but they're Quakers, and they believe in peace, and they're here to get eaten by wild birds, spiders, rodents, and reptiles. They're also known as feeder insects. That's a little bit controversial right now. They're kind of pushing for a little more activism on that front. Their kingdom's Animalia, just like us, but unfortunately their phylum is Arthropoda, unlike us. Um, uh, and their species is Molidor, and their mealworm guide is what you could use to identify them. These aren't mealworms; these are just other pets. So I guess these are pets. But some people will raise and breed mealworms. You know, if that's what gets it going for you, you know, that's what you can do. But some people also should use a good container with a large surface area and smooth sides. Because if you're gonna have one of these guys in captivity, you might as well give it a good time and give it a little peach here, or maybe this is a apricot, you know, but you don't want it to get cut up. You don't want to give it like a little like a you just don't want to keep it on like the sidewalk or something. Um, Food substrate, yeah, that's a really fancy term for Wheaties and Cheerios. Water, don't give the water because they'll drown. They'll crawl in and drown. They're not that smart. But what they are smart with is with their anatomy, they kind of got a good kind of a little photo sensor kind of thing. They don't really like have good eyeballs. You know, you can't really even tell except, you know, if just didn't say larval eye, I mean, this, you know, couldn't even make it in there. But there's this thing called phototaxis. You know, that's um, that's when, you know, light gets something to move in a way. So, you know, you have like light and then you got movement for taxis. But they exhibit negative phototaxis, which is, you know, this little diagram right here. So, you know, this is like no light in the container, and then say like, you know, the squiggly is the light, and then the mealworms go away from the light because that's negative phototaxis. And uh what okay, so oh, recipes and nutrition. Yeah, so this is and the dry roasted mealworms, or you can eat them dry roasted. Eating the dry okay, wait, dry roasted okay. Um but there's a good yeah, so live mealworm nutritional values. This is just completely uncredited, so I can't tell you the validity of this, but I'm telling you right now, I I can't believe that the protein's going to increase after you dry a mealworm, so I don't really know. But again, these aren't mealworm. But so there's some cookbooks about this out right now. You'd be amazed at how many. There's actually 73 cookbooks out right now on how to eat well, maybe not just mealworms, but at least a lot of other insects and things. But thank you for coming to my bug vlog.